Hello everyone, welcome to Tutor's AM, and in this video we're going to be looking at Pythagoras theorem to right-angled triangles. So Pythagoras theorem of a right-angled triangle basically states that if we square these two sides, these two adjacent sides, which are 8 and 15, we are supposed to get P. So that's the basic gist of Pythagoras theorem, is that the two adjacent sides squared give you the longest side, which is the hypotenuse. So let's say we had a question such as this, and then they want us to find the value of P. So P is our known value. So I can say for question A, which is triangle A, and then I can see to find P squared was this squared, that squared. So I'm simply going to say P, which is my hypotenuse. So this is going to be P squared is going to be equal to 15 squared plus 8 squared. So 15 squared, that is going to be 225. So that is 225 plus my 8 squared, which is 64. So I would find that my P is basically, my P squared is basically 225 plus 64, which is 289. So this is 289. But I haven't yet solved for my P. I still have to find the root to get rid of the square. So my P squared is going to be equal to 289. And then now let me find the root. What you do on the left hand side, you also do on the right hand side. So my square root of 290 is 17. So then 17 is my value of P. So if this were if that question was in centimeters, that would be 17 centimeters. Don't forget the units, very important. So now let's try out another question over the same. Pythagoras theorem is very simple, provided you basically understand the basic concept that the adjacent squared gives you the sum of the hypotenuse. That's the basic thing that you have to understand. So let's say now we have been given this one. So we're going to say the same for x, because x is clearly our hypotenuse. And how to know which one is your hypotenuse? Your hypotenuse is always opposite to your right angle. And that's a rule that you appreciate once looking at trigonometry. So, but right now it's just Pythagoras theorem. So, but you have to know that your hypotenuse is always opposite to your 90-degree angle. So I want to solve for my x. So I'm going to say x squared is equal to 12 squared plus 5 squared, or I can simply, let me just start with 5 squared plus 12 squared. So my x squared, 5 squared is 25, 12 squared is 144. So my x squared is going to be, what is 25? What is my 25 plus 144? That is 169. So again, I haven't solved for my x. I have to first get the root, 169, and then finding the root, this side finding the root, and then I'll find out that my x is, I'm sure that is 13. My square root of 169, yeah, that is 13. So then my x is 13. So then I've solved, basically found my value of b. So feel free to pause the video and try out the other question, the last question that we have. Yeah, so for the last question, notice that for the last question we have our hypotenuse, because I said hypotenuse is opposite to the right angle. So our hypotenuse here is 20. And then we have been given one adjacent side, and then our x is another adjacent side. So they want us to find for the other adjacent side. So what we can simply say to explain this from core values, I can simply say that 20 squared, because 20 is obviously the hypotenuse, is equal to x squared plus 12 squared. So I can simply just rewrite this by making my x a subject of a formula, and then say my x squared is equal to 20 squared minus 12 squared. So notice I'm not solving for my hypotenuse, I'm solving for my adjacent side. That's the key. So what is 20 squared? So 20 squared is 400. So I'm going to have 400 minus 144. So what is 400 minus 144? 400 minus 144. That is 226. So then my x squared is going to be equal to 256. Sorry, 256. So I have to find my root of 256, and therefore my x value will be the root of my answer, which is 16. So we have basically solved. So this has been your tutor ZM. If you've enjoyed this video, please leave a like, subscribe, share with friends, and I'll be seeing you guys in the next video. Thank you very, very much.